So what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel once again. You know I appreciate having you guys right here. And it's episode number 2 of what? Of the Fish Lounge. That's right, episode number 2. We didn't stop at 1, we're carrying on to 2. Why? Because some of you actually like this. So let's do this. Let's carry on with the Fish Lounge, episode 2. Welcome back, thank you very much for sticking around, and boy have we got some stuff to talk about. We got dating apps, we got threesomes, we got festivals. That's right, I said threesomes. It's to do with dating apps, we'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, let's get on with it. What else have we got? Oh yeah, Instagram, old people at the gym. Right, so let's crack on with the first subject, and that is dating apps. That's right, we got more stories to tell. Some of you guys like the stories, and I've held this one back. This one, I think, supersedes the other two. If you did Google pegging from the last one, that's right, I said pegging. If you haven't watched the last video, I suggest you go back and watch that, because yeah, pegging. I said don't Google it on your kid's computer. I said don't Google it at work. Some of you did. Not on your kids' computers, I'm not saying that, but at work, you Googled it, and yeah, it is that. That's your fault, not mine. So, the other story on the dating app that I think you want to know about, it is about threesomes. Yeah, that's right, I said it. Sums. So, this is how it went. I'm not going to go into detail of the three, no, I really didn't. Yeah, anyway, right, we get back to that in a minute. I didn't say anything, I don't know what you're talking about. Right, let's tell you the story. So there was this woman messaging me, as per usual, normal stuff. Hi, how you doing? What do you do for a living? Whereabouts do you live? Are you new to this dating? Then bam, are you into threesomes? Now, me being the inquisitive guy that I am, and just wanted to humour this, yes, okay, I'm a bloke, I was very intrigued, I have to admit. So, I wanted to kind of dig a little bit more. So I messaged back, it does depend what she looks like. I know that's shallow, but I just wanted to get to know what the situation was. I was curious. And then she texted me back, she said, it's not a girl, it's my husband, Nigel. That is a lot to deal with. My husband, Nigel. Now, a few things came to mind. One, it's a guy. Definitely not interested in that. 2, Nigel. Nigel doesn't strike me as someone that's into threesomes. Nigel strikes me as someone that's being forced to do this. Nigel doesn't strike me as a 50 Shades of Grey kind of guy. Nigel strikes me as someone that plays with Lego and builds train sets. That's the image I've got in my mind. And here's another thing, what if Nigel shouldn't really have done that, but you get the gist. What if Nigel is a little bit more blessed than I am? That's not going to be good for the ego, is it? So there's a lot of things to take into consideration then. Nigel, the Lego train building, hung like a donkey kind of guy. No, that's not me. That's not what we're doing. So what I did was I politely declined. I said, do you know what? It's not my kind of thing. I wish you and Nigel the best. But let's face it, even if it was a proper threesome in the sense of 2 women and myself, I would have turned it down. It's not my thing. Because I've got one simple rule in life, and that is only disappoint one woman at a time. So there you go, that's just another story from the dating app. I've also been requested to send dick pics to a few women. So this is what I sent, because they're the biggest dicks I could think of. But I am off the dating apps at the moment. I've kind of met someone, we're kind of dating, it's going well. There's no red flags so far. I did ask her, are you a serial killer? She said no, so I took that. You got to take it, haven't you? You got to take these things on face value. She did say, however, she might kidnap me one day. But then again, is it really kidnap if you bring your own van and ropes? I don't think it is. Right, now on to gyms and Instagram, and this was an awakening moment for me, let's say. I was in the gym, good looking young girl. She came up to me and said, "Do you mind taking a picture of me for my Instagram?" Now, of course, I'm a kind-hearted guy, and I said, no problem whatsoever. So she did a few poses, she was training, doing the bench work, and I took the pictures, gave the phone back to her, and then walked over to do my stuff. It's then I realised I'm old. She didn't pick me because I was cute, she picked me because I was no threat. I was the guy in the gym that was safe. I was the old guy. Wow, that's a bit of a downer. Right, now on to the festival, the ABR festival. Had a really good time there. Said I wasn't going to get drunk, got very drunk on the first night, the Friday. Turned up with Bruce, Mr. Teapot 1. He was my carer, you see, and he was supposed to look after me. Did he? No, he didn't. He got more drunk than I did. So anyway, on the first day, on the Friday, we turned up about midday. Bruce had brought some brew dogs with him. I know, shocking, but he opened one. He said, "Would you like one?" I said, "Yes, I'm just having one." 12 hours later, I rolled back in my tent, very drunk. So thank you to everybody that bought me a drink, a beer, tequila, brandy, whatever you bought me. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Now, Bruce only had one job, and that was to look after me. He didn't know it. I didn't tell him, but I thought he's the sensible one out of the two of us. Anyway, this is him Saturday morning. That's right. He wasn't the responsible one. Turns out it was me. Who knew? Also, in that weekender, it was good fun to hang around with hippodromes. That was fun. To watch him get sunburned and snore his way into oblivion. It was like an earthquake. People around us were checking their mirrors. They had the glass of water on the side, like that scene in Jurassic Park where it just rumbles. That's how bad his snoring is. Luckily, I knew this, so I brought earplugs. I'm very clever, you see. So it's good to hang out with all you guys and just have a bit of fun. And on the Saturday night, Detroit Soul Collective absolutely smashed it out the park. Whoop! But there you go, that's the end of this video. Once again, thank you very much for sticking with it. Thank you very much for watching, really appreciate it. If you have got something to say, a comment, a suggestion, any subject you want me to talk about, drop it downstairs. We are going to persevere with this. Hopefully this one will be as popular as the last one. It did better than I thought it was going to do. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm enjoying doing this. It's a little bit different. It's a bit of fun. So that just leaves me to say thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to do all those things that you need to do. Also hit that notification bell so you guys can get the drop on these videos. I shall see you on the next one. I hope you liked it. From the Fish Lounge and myself, you know I love you all. Stay safe. Fish out.
Get all your bags, get out my house. I don't want your stuff around. I never did you wrong, but you did me wrong. So go ahead, get gone. Get all your bags, get out my house. I don't want your stuff around. I never did you wrong, but you did me wrong. So go ahead and get gone.